The ITF OECD Roundtable on Walking and Cycling hosted a series of far-reaching conversations among some of the world's foremost researchers and practitioners. With evidence prepared by Audrey Denizell, we started from the enormous importance of walking and cycling for health and healthier environments overall. Discussants critique the assumption implicit in active mobility that treats walking and cycling as essentially similar. Walking is a much more massive mode practiced by virtually everyone, particularly when we include those who walk with mobility aids. Cycling involves private bicycles, but also public bike share, bike taxis, and cargo bikes, which can greatly expand services and employment. Thinking in terms of an ecology offers new possibilities. An ecological approach to mobility facilitates walking for short trips, usually 10 to 20 minutes, cycling for intermediate trips, and public transport for those over 5 kilometers. For suburban or rural travel, integrating bicycles and tricycles with buses or collected vans and taxis can improve travel options, especially for low-income women who may rely on walking even for complex trips with children and packages. Planning and infrastructure must be sensitive to local context and their connections to larger scale, metropolitan or regional destinations. Enriching local planning cultures, particularly the quality of citizen participation, is essential to avoid backlash and similar resistance to innovation. The importance of walking as integral to public transport deserves more attention. To do so requires reframing safety in terms of strategies to reduce gender-related, criminal, and road violence. This is critical in marginalized communities, both north and south. Violence maintains dominance and subordination. Road violence reinforces the dominance of the car, even where only a minority drive, causing high mortality and severe injury among those who walk and cycle, the subordinate modes. Criminal violence is deeply enmeshed with cars as objects of carjacking, kidnapping, muggings, burglary, and murder. Part of the remedy involves social movements structured by citizen organizations. This came to the fore during a discussion led by historian Henk-Jan Dekker. He described how active citizens often took over key functions within planning, and particularly promotion, in the Netherlands to achieve today's emblematic cycling culture. Samuel Nello-Deacon and others called for more research on the economics and efficiencies of walking and cycling. Studies must also look beyond major cities to understand the dynamics of policy and planning in diverse contexts. Indeed, reflections by Gail Jennings, South Africa, Maria Tard, Malta, and Angela van der Kloof, the Netherlands, underline conflicts and challenges. Strategies that work in the car-dominated cities of the global north may be totally off the mark in the cities and towns of Africa or Latin America. Schools can help, thanks to their diverse communities of children, parents, elders, particularly where equity, inclusion, and the environment are crucial values. We need more experiential research, which tests school-based strategies, low-traffic neighborhoods, and similar innovations in real-world living laboratories. We also need to know more about co-benefits, that is, policy bundles that plan walking and cycling together with essential services, such as shade, shelter, and washrooms, and involve small-scale retail, particularly street vendors. Automobility became dominant by using a powerful discourse of inevitability, often shored up by fake and missing evidence. If we do nothing to challenge and better integrate walking, cycling, and public transport, this too will entail enormous losses to health, education, production, and reproductive aspects of society and economies. A more thorough understanding of motivations and connections that sustain everyday practice is essential to fully realize the potential of walking and cycling, alone or combined with public transport. Communications must leave behind the information deficit model, which treats this challenge as a simplistic problem of just providing more data. We need more precise knowledge about what spurs people to new habits, more favorable to sustainable and just mobilities.